Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. Subscribe if you have not already. Warning, extreme plot leaks ahead. Basically the first act of Star Wars Episode 9. Let's do it. This is related to the photos I posted yesterday. Let's start out with something about Rey first, though. This comes from a guy that leaks information out named Forlong. It's very interesting to note that we know pretty much nothing about Rey. Most of Daisy's scenes are being shot at Pinewood Studio, and almost no information ever slips out of there, even amongst the production staff. But that's neither here nor there. As I mentioned in the comment on the leaked photos, what we're seeing here is a reunion between Chewbacca, Poe, and Finn. After the events of The Last Jedi, the Resistance spread itself across the galaxy in ones and twos in different systems, growing grassroots rebellions from the ground up. Poe and Finn, sent by General Leia, are going from planet to planet, retrieving fledgling little fallen-apart groups. The small force we see in the photos, shrouded in camo, is a paramilitary group led by Naomi Ackie's character. I believe her name's Cairo. That's not in here, I included that. Who has been working with Chewbacca for months to build a homegrown resistance group. She has been described as smart, capable, and has immediate chemistry with one Poe Dameron. She leads them back to their base of operations. And evidently she has information about the total reach and control of the First Order. Later on, they will all meet up with Rose, Tico, who has successfully made contact with Maz Kanata. Major spoiler here if you don't want to hear what I'm about to say, and I wish I hadn't even heard it, but it's too late. I've already read it. Okay. Where she has made contact with Maz Kanata and Lando Calrissian. They have gathered in an enormous cavern lit by torchlight. And they're really playing up the pirate angle, singing and drinking, and all kinds of treasures are lying around. Meanwhile, the lead pirates and the resistance leaders agree they still aren't strong enough to take on the First Order. They have a meeting, and they decide that they need to recruit the Hutt Cartel. So Finn, Poe, and Rose will go meet with the Hutts. I assume Rada the Hutt, Jabba's son. By the end of the first act, the Resistance has built a ragtag army of droids, aliens, outcasts, and criminals to take on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. There's your spoilers. There's your context for yesterday's photos. I mean, it's interesting. It is. I mean, I understand there's another Hutt, but I've got no issues with that. It harkens back to Return of the Jedi, the third one, and the JJ, I'm okay. To me, Star Wars is somewhat about things you're familiar with. This is interesting. You could just as soon leave Rose out of all this, and I'd have been okay. If it had just read where they stumble across Maz Kanata and Lando, I'd have been like, great. And then they said Rose, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, let me know how you feel about these massive plot leaks from Star Wars Episode 9. Peace. I'm out.